Hi guys, I'm Mr. Bo, and in today's Destiny video we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes for the update, which is 1.1. Now this patch is called the one about exotics and the raid, and there is a load of changes to every single exotic weapon, as well as some changes to the raid and the vendors and the way you're going to be upgrading exotics and the way you can actually get materials to then upgrade your weapons. In preparation for the Dark Below, exotic armor and weapons no longer require ascendant materials to upgrade. Instead, the final upgrade node of all exotic gear will require an exotic shard. Exotic shards can be obtained by one of the following means: either dismantling unwanted exotics, or you can purchase them for 7 strange coins from Xur. So, because of that, exotics now start at a higher base attack value and have a narrowed upgrade range to compensate. We're going to now be talking about all the exotics, and I'm going to be listing all the changes to each exotic weapon, starting with Thorn. Projectiles now briefly highlight targets on impact. The Mark of the Devourer damage overtime upgrade increased against PvP enemy targets. Reload speed has been increased. The magazine size has been increased. The ammo inventory size increased. And stability and weapon handling has been increased. Moving on to Bad Juju, the magazine size has been increased to 8 bursts from 5, the ammo inventory size has been increased, String of the Curses now also decreases the cooldown of your super on kill, and they have adjusted effects to not block first person reticule. Moving on to Hard Light, stability has been increased, Perfect Balance upgrade replaced by Fitted Stock, which increases the maximum possible weapon stability, and that is the only changes for the Hard Light. We then have the Surus Regime. They have lowered total damage at the end of the mag on the Surus Regime upgrade to be more in line with the glass half full perk on the legendary auto rifles, and that is super good news for anyone who always got killed by the Surus Regime. If you're on the PS4 or the PS3, you might be using the Monte Carlo, and they have increased the stability. They have also decreased the range slightly, and the Monte Carlo method upgrade now also has a chance to fully charge melee ability on kill. We then move on to the Mida multi-tool, which some of you might have as Xur was selling it a while ago, and the Mida rounds now have increased knockback against targets in both PvE and PvP. Another PlayStation exclusive, the Hawk Moon pistol, Send It Now upgrade, which was redundant, replaced by Speed Reload. The Red Death pulse rifle has been changed with the rate of fire increased slightly but burst damage reduced to compensate. Moving on to the Plan C fusion rifle, which is one that I have. The weapon handling speed has been increased, and they have increased the player speed while the Plan C is in hand. Moving on to another fusion rifle, the Pocket Infinity. The Speed Reload upgrade has been replaced by Extended Clip, which allows the option to increase the magazine size to 5 bursts. We then move on to what I call the big exotic, which is the Vex Mythoclast. It got a nerf quite a while ago, and it was a little bit too much, so to compensate they have increased the attack power to 323 from 300. The base damage has been increased, fixing bugs that were introduced in a previous patch, and enhanced battery upgrade by Extended Mag. So this change still allows for a significant upgrade to the magazine size, but less than before. We then move on to an exotic shotgun, the Invective. The reload speed has been increased significantly, auto fires slightly slower. The Icebreaker sniper rifle, Send It upgrade has been replaced by Lightweight, which was redundant as Icebreaker already had maximum range, and new effects for enemies killed by Icebreaker upgrade. Patience and Time, Snapshot upgrade replaced by Custom Optics provides a lower zoom option, and Super Good Advice has the stability increased, and the final exotic to have been adjusted is Truth, and the magazine size has been increased to 3, and it was just 1 before. So the only exotics that haven't had anything changed to them is Gjallarhorn and Last Word, I believe. I think they are the only 2 that haven't been changed. I could be wrong, I could be missing out an exotic, but from what I can tell, they are the only 2 that haven't been changed at all. We can then move on to the activities, and we can start with the raid. So they have fixed an issue they introduced in a previous patch in which Atheon did not correctly send 3 players through the time gates, and they've also fixed an exploit where the Templar could be forced off its platform. Moving on to the daily heroic story, the destination materials now drop from completing the daily heroic. Bounties have also been changed. They've removed the Relic Hunter bounty, and destination materials now drop for completing the daily patrol bounty. We then have some changes to the vendors. Firstly, they have reduced the Cryptarch reputation game from engrams, but reputation reward packages now have an increased chance of legendary engrams. Players will now be able to use the Vanguard marks and Crucible marks to purchase Spin Metal, Relic Iron, Spirit Bloom and Helium Filaments from Vanguard and Crucible Quartermasters in the tower, so you don't have to go and farm for those anymore. Xur now sells a new material, Exotic Shards, to upgrade the final node of Exotics for 7 strange coins, and faction class items like the Warlock Bond or a Cloak are now replaced by faction emblems in the rank up reward packages for faction vendors. And the final 2 changes are on the technical side, and they are networking fixes which should reduce the instance of the B family of KTOs, and they fixed an issue in which using the Xbox One party chat would induce a slower frame rate. So what do you guys think about these new changes in the 1.1 patch? Do you like the changes to the exotic weapons? I think they're really good, and I can't wait to see what the Vex Mythoclast is now like with all those changes. Also, I think it's pretty cool you can now buy materials from the Vanguard and Crucible vendors instead of having to go on a patrol to search for them. It means you're going to be able to upgrade your weapons and armor a lot easier. And what do you guys think about the new exotic shards in order to upgrade the last node of exotic weapons and armor? Are you cool with that? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read them. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give the like button a big old hug. Subscribe for more Destiny content and coverage. If you guys missed my video yesterday in which I talk about the new raid Crota's End and how it's going to be available on day 1 as confirmed by a Bungie employee, you can click the link on screen or in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Mr. Bo and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.